Hi Gemini, welcome to your April 2018 monthly readings. I'm going to be doing these a little bit differently than I normally do. Hopefully everybody's feeling all right. If I'm talking loud, I apologize. I'm getting over the flu. I got like sinus problems. All right. So for the first card we got is I am brilliant. The second card we got is I am a child. The next card we got is I am bold. I'm using 3 different decks in this. The next card we have is Taking Risks, New Phases, and Adventures. We have Partnerships. And this looks like fire and water to me, or fire and air. A lot of fire and air. Some of you could have like air predominantly in your chart. And then we have New Beginnings. I love this card. It's beautiful, this card. We have the Ace of Swords, Temperance, and then we have the Four of Wands, or Four of Swords. Sorry. Some of you guys may be focused on like well, a family foundation that didn't go right is what I'm getting with the Four of Swords. Like maybe some of you are separated and like you had hopes of getting something back together, or it didn't go the way you wanted, and like you just need to take some time and reflect because you're in a new phase, starting a new beginning. The old phase is like over type thing. Okay, so this is going to be what you need to know, show, and grow, because I think those things are highly valuable. And Geminis, I just found out my sister, she has strong Gemini in her chart. She actually just looked up her natal chart, so she's becoming a little more into astrology now. And she's got significant Gemini in her chart, which I think is hilarious because, you know, I'm a Sag, so... So what you need to know is you are brilliant, and as a Gemini, you should know that. You guys have a colorful mind. You're quite inquisitive. You're very witty. You're funny. You're optimistic. You know, like you're adventurous. You're very good with communication, like talking to people. Like it's never a dull moment with the Gemini. You're thinkers too, right? Like you wonder about things, but you also have solutions. You do overthink sometimes, okay? And with the cards that you got, it says like if you're doubting, if you're like any of those qualities, the cards are saying you are, and these are energies that you're. Some of them will be what you're given, and you can do what you want with them. You know, like you choose to reap the benefits off of it or pass it by. It's like it's being more like playful too, because as a Gemini, you're very playful, all right? And you do have the I am a child here, and that's what you need to show is that you know, children don't have fears. They kind of like they're very curious and they try things out. You know, like so if there's things that you want to try, it's like taking a chance and doing it. You know, it's not saying anything high risk, but it's saying, you know, like going out and having more fun, trying new things, you know, starting a book club if you like book clubs, you know, finding new hobbies. I feel like it's more like trying new things, getting outside in nature, hiking, things like that. There's also like traveling here too. So some of you could be uh, making travel plans is what I'm getting too. So if there's a trip you want to go on, you know, like with the Ace of Swords here, it's saying, you know, like uh, go do it. It's clarity on it. Just obviously study the area where you want to go and have it all planned out. You know what I mean? We're just traveling here too. It could be like close traveling, uh, hotels and stuff like that. Also concerts and things like that I'm getting. But if you guys have whatever your creative idea it is, or uh, whatever it is that you want to start, for all of you, it's a general reading. It's all different for all of you. It is saying that, do it. Just get the detail. You'll get some sort of clarity on it. If there's an idea that you've had and you've been like waiting to see some sort of signs or something like that, you'll get the signs for it. It is going to happen, but you got to take the leap of faith. You can't be scared of taking chances. And if things don't go right, you got to be like a child. It's like, just get back up when a child falls. They cry it out for like a minute, but they lose their interest in it, and they find something else to do or try. They get preoccupied. Oh, shiny, or it's not the end of the world, it's saying, like. But the cards are saying that you need to know that you are brilliant. So, like, don't overthink things, okay? Because this is the Ace of Swords. It's clarity. I always see it as King Arthur when he pulls out the sword. So as long as your heart's fully in it, yeah, then you can wield the sword. You know what I mean? So it's like you got power too. Like you might be sparking ideas with people, like, and you guys can feed off of each other, and you might create something, like. Don't be afraid to have a different perspective than other people too, because with the taking a risk, it's like the guy's out in the open by himself, where he doesn't need, like, he's happy and content by himself. Like, so the cards are reminding you that you're whole as an individual, and you don't need uh, others to fulfill you. It's whatever you want yourself, and you're brilliant. So, like, if you want to be a writer, if you want to get into acting, if you want to change your career, like you want to go back to school or take a course to change your career, it's saying do that. Take risks. Take a leap of faith, like you're going to pass all the tests, like you just got to stay focused is what it's saying. What you need to show, it says, I am a child, partnership, and then you have temperance here. Okay, and temperance is Sag, and you have like a Libra energy here too, with the. It's like your passions, your emotions, your desires. It has to be in balance. Like you want to ensure that you're not getting uh, off in one area. Like with temperance, it's Sag energy. They know how to balance things out. Like they have fun and they work hard. They balance things out. And believe it or not, they are future forward, so they can do plans. Like, so it's like whatever's in the past, it's like you guys have this beautiful energy here of like it's all being left behind, and you're going future forward here. Like there's a new self emerging here. And it could be by yourself, and you got to take a risk, and you got to know that you're whole as an individual, and as a child, you're going to be finding out new things, new likes and dislikes, and you don't know if you like something unless you try it, right? So the cards are asking you to try new things. Don't be fearful, like you have partnerships. So it's like partnerships come in all forms. They're with family members, coworkers, bosses. So again, if you want that new job or whatever, it's putting the effort in. Okay, with the Sag energy again, that's like they're not afraid of taking risks, right? But the risks are usually calculated because they go after what they want. You know what I mean? And it's not. They like trying new things, new experiences, right? So the cards are basically saying that you may get new experiences coming in. It may not be the way that you want it, but it's saying to look at things through a different uh, mindset. Like see it as an adventure. It's a quest. You guys are on a quest with King Arthur's sword. Like King Arthur and Merlin, they both had quests that they had to go on, and they met characters out there, and they ran into thieves and things like that. They seen all sorts, but that's how they gained their wisdom and their knowledge, through the experience. And it's saying it's through experience here that you're gonna have some fun, and you're gonna meet new people. but you gotta get out there and you gotta try new things to do it, like it's like you could go back to school even if you're 30, 40, 50, like, and you can meet new people and you start this new adventure in your life, or you move somewhere else and, like you meet all these cool people and you got new partnerships forming. Very spiritual bond here too. So you may come across some really, some higher, it's like an inner knowing when you're on the right path, like, uh, you'll receive signs and stuff like that when you're thinking about things. Like maybe a specific song will come on that like somehow answers it, or you'll flick the channel and you'll see it on television, like a scenario playing out for a situation that was occurring or something, or something like that. I get messages weird. You got to be the creator of it though. So talk to new people. It is saying that. Try new things. What you need to grow is I'm bold. So it's again, it's like taking this leap of faith, this risk, I think it's more so overthinking things. It's like asking you to do more so than overthink. All right. Like you already know what the possible outcome is. You're an air sign, so you guys have excellent foresight. All right. You're usually 5 steps ahead of people. Okay. Like you can predict things like in situations occurring when people are around, how it's going to play out quite well because you're a Gemini. You're 5 steps ahead. You have foresight. So it's like you already know what the possible outcomes are. So, once it's either like ask a question or put your foot forward. You already know that, okay, like if you applied for a job and they said no or promotion, okay, so then, that's like you're in Mario Kart and you're just hitting the wall. So life is kind of trying to redirect you. Maybe you're looking in the newspaper and you see that there's an opportunity for this other job or to go to this school to get whatever. And you do that and you're directed onto your path here. New beginnings. So, like this is a beautiful card. And it's very Gemini-like for me because of all the colors. And I say Geminis are very colorful, like the way you guys think, like you'd be good storytellers. But it's also like out there in the fresh air, flying. Like I do see travel plans. Uh, and these are plans, like things you're going to be doing are like thought out. But if you know what the problem is, you don't need to focus on a problem. You need to focus on a solution. You already know what the problem is. So that's like a waste of energy going into it. You want to focus on the solution, new ways of doing things. Okay? And also for some of you, it's like if you're writers, you want to like send it out to people like in different areas, like different parts of the world or whatever, maybe to publish it or to get your work known, and if you're painters too, like or poets, where then I see internet somehow too, like maybe you can like write articles for people, blogs. It's also like watch what you're eating to your I just got wheat. Like maybe some of you are having a reaction to wheat, or you need more grains in your diet. Okay, and then with the Four of Swords here, this is like the universe putting you in rest mode. So it's like the universe wants you to think about things, think about the possibilities, be a beautiful Gemini, because Gemini and Sagittarius are optimistic, like think about all the possibilities. If you did this, if you did that, it's not that scary. You know what I mean? Starting over again, a new beginning somewhere, trying something new. It's exciting, like a child. It's exciting, there's a thrill to it, but ensure you're not chasing thrills, okay? Like a thrill seeker here. Okay, but the universe is going to put you in a pause mode somehow. It could be like, I got this card like in one of, I think in Virgo and Sag, because I have a Virgo rising and Sag sun, and I ended up getting sick. That's how I got put into a pause mode. It's just like, you don't want to listen. Boom, here you go. Like, so you want to ensure that you're not like overworking yourself and stuff like that. Because then your body can't fight off infections, right? But it's also like you want to think about things. You want to rest. You want to meditate, and it's like thinking about the possibilities of things, not the negative aspect of it. Like, it could go wrong. Like, if it goes right, like, and you're a Gemini, so you can already see, and you're quick. So it's like when there's a problem that occurs, you have like multiple solutions for it. So it's not to worry about the problem, all right? Like, you want to focus on like your imagination as well too, because what you think about, you can bring about, like, and it doesn't mean that you're not going to have obstacles in your way, like, all right, you guys, I got a chakra card here, and I think it's the crown chakra. It's white, and that's the image on it. And then I'll flip it around, and you can pause it and read it if you want. It says higher purpose, and it's the number 5. Well, it's 50, but it's 5, and 5 is the number of change, all right? And change can be uncomfortable. But, I mean, as a Gemini, you're mutable, all right? So it's really asking you to put your mutable energy on, because you may get, like, opportunities coming your way, and you don't want to pass them up, but you also don't want to take the first one that comes to you. You want to think about things, what you really want, like, and it's like, you want to change your perspective too. If, like, a door closes, if you've, like, asked somebody out and you got rejected, okay, well then, one door closes, another one opens, all right? Like, the change there is like, you're going to have to let go of the idea of being with that person, and the outcome is like new beginnings, meeting somebody that was even better than what you could have imagined and thought, right? And it's like, if you're in a marriage and you're having partnership problems, well, it's like, okay, depending on what that problem is, you can go to sex counseling, like, it's always like with the Sag and a Gemini, they usually, like, before they move on, they try all possibilities, and they do try to fix the situation. But then if you've done everything you can do, well then, you move forward, all right? And you just know that you've done everything you can do, and now you're free, like a butterfly, to go, like, without karma behind you, and just move on. Or if you're starting over in a new relationship and you want to fix things, you can do it. It's saying you can do it. You just have to do it in a different manner, like, again, like going to, if the passion's out, then like, you spice it up. You try new things. You ask your partner. You talk role play, whatever it is, like, or you go on adventures together. You try new things, right? You treat each other like children. There's still things in you both that you don't know that you like and dislike. So you got to go out there and find those things, like, okay, now we'll get into the card. It says, the tears, the laughter, the ups and the downs of life, we often never know the reasons why until we look back, sometimes years later. If events had not unfolded just so, maybe we would not have been given another chance at life. Life is one of a kind, completely unique. So gather up all your life experiences, joy, pain, smiles, sorrows, sunny and rainy days. They wear away who you were and carve out who you will become. A higher purpose will reveal itself in time. Ooh, you guys, this is great. This is great energy. Oh, that's beautiful, you guys. Great way to end the reading. All right, you guys, hopefully that helped you out. I will talk to you next month. Namaste and ciao for now.